What's up with it, world? We got another one kind of like the other one. This is Big Headed Table Talk. I am your co-host with the most, your player partner, Busy Mac, and the handicap assassin. And you already know my other brother.
Hey, what's popping with it, Big Headed fam? It's your boy, Big Gotti. Thank y'all for rocking with us on another one. If y'all new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell.
Yeah.
It lets you know when we drop, man. Now, today's episode, I actually want to start it off with that man, BG, man.
Facts.
So, I don't know if you heard, BG got released. You feel me?
Man. Welcome home, man.
Hell yeah. After 11 years, was it 11?
For real. Too long, I think.
Hell yeah. But, Birdman gave him $1 million fresh out the gate, which is a good look. You know what I mean? But... Gucci, man, he was kind of mad about that because he wanted to also sign BG, right?
Damn, Gucci's going on a rampage right now.
Hey, Gucci is going in on everybody, but to me, I wanted to ask you something. Do you feel like his career would get farther with 1017 or would it get farther with Cash Money?
I think Gucci Man will have some better opportunities and shit for him.
Yeah.
But, like, he came from Cash Money, so everybody knows him from Cash Money, so it'd probably be a lot better to go back with Baby. But the way Baby and them work, I wouldn't even want to go back over there, you know what I'm saying? I ain't heard nothing good for Baby in years. Like, he had to pay Wayne back all that money he took from him, like $400 million and shit.
Yeah.
So imagine how much money he took from BG. Like, he just wants to pull BG out there, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you a question. You feel like that $1 million was money he just owed him?
For sure.
Yeah. I think so too, though.
Like, he was trying to cover his ass, like, because he knew once BG got out of jail, he's coming for that shit.
He's coming for his money.
Yeah.
He told him to check his account. That's what I heard. Like, as soon as he got out, he said, man, check your account. You know what I'm saying? Already.
And Baby probably seeing that, because considering that Young Thug, he just lost Young Thug, his biggest breadwinner.
Good point, Pop.
And so he's trying to take out, he's trying to bring BG back and trying to, you know what I'm saying, bubble off of BG. So I can see all that shit. It just don't look right. So I hope he makes the right decision with who he signs with and shit.
Yeah, and to me, BG, man, he's a huge artist, right?
Nah.
So my thoughts is like, I think he should have went with 1017. Now, the reason why I
said
say
something new, fresh.
You know what I'm saying? That way he could really expand his career because
spread his wings and shit.
When you mess with a person that play with your money, I don't think that shit ever gonna stop. Like, he feel like he can get over on you and not let you know things that's happening in the back rooms. You know what I mean? And I feel like BG, he's a great artist. He got good music. He picks dope beats. So I feel like a person like him should go with someone that can expand his career a little bit farther.
Nah, and I think that going with Baby, like, since even when he was younger, like, Baby didn't do nothing for him. Like, he did everything by himself. Like, Baby was just keeping him under his wing and shit, taking his little money here and there and shit.
Yes, sir. And you know what you said? Another thing you said, you probably owed him that money. And I think that the same thing he got into it with Manny Fresh, right? He had to pay Manny
Everybody.
Fresh. Yeah, he had to pay Manny. And he had an interview lately, and he said Manny Fresh basically living better than he ever lived because he getting paid off of his masters and shit like that.
He should.
But before, about 4 or 5 years ago, Manny Fresh was having complaints about Birdman. He wasn't getting paid. So I understand you fixed it, but you shouldn't have been stealing that money in the first place, especially a person like Lil Wayne. You feel me?
Nah, but even though he fixed it, in this industry, that just doesn't look like he does bad business with everybody.
Yeah, and it makes him not trustworthy, correct?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it make you like, man, I don't even know if I can fuck with dude no more. But Birdman is a good businessman. And BG, I feel like, just like Finesse 2 Times. When Finesse 2 Times got out of jail, you almost knew Finesse 2 Times was going to do numbers because the hype was built up behind him, right? So I feel like BG going to do a lot of numbers like that. And I feel like he a great artist. And not only that, I used to slap his music back in the day.
Faithfully.
So if he put something out, I'm about to go slap it. You feel me? So
for sure. The streets are waiting for that. He's the heart of the streets for sure.
But I think he's smart. The reason why I say he's smart from going with Cash Money over Gucci and them is because Gucci, the whole fucking label be getting like all the artists locked up. Like, he let them be a little too free.
Nah, for sure.
Right? So a lot of his artists is in jail right now. So of course he wanted a new artist. I understand it. And
a lot of them are still on the streets and shit. So it's like, it's hard for him to redirect, you know what I mean? Yeah. Going that way when they're so knee deep in the streets. And it's like you said, we used to be in the streets, so it's hard to transition, but we doing it as best as we could. Like,
yeah, but it's almost like a yin and a yang. You got sure. Gucci that'll probably put him on some better business, and you got a person like Birdman that's, You know,
could take him on that Hot Boy reunion tour and get his bag right
get
and
his
shit.
bag right, but it's still gonna be some probably fake shit behind
For
the
sure,
scenes,
and there's
so.
still gonna be some extra, you know what I'm saying, connections to that. Like he's gonna be siphoning some money from somewhere. Like
Yeah, he gotta keep himself where he want himself to be, Birdman, of course. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how he is. But I mean, shouts out to BG, man. I'm glad he's free. 11 years is a long time to do in prison, and
sure.
even standing up through that and coming home a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? And not being no snitch, no fake. You know what I'm saying? It's
standing on your charges, everything. Man.
For real, that's commendable. So you know what I'm saying? Shout out to BG first off.
Man. Welcome home, B Jizzle.
Yeah, man, and you deserve that million, man. And go crazy, man. For real.
Yeah, in other news, man, and other like untrustworthy CEOs and shit, man, we got Sean P. Diddy Combs, man. He returns lucrative music rights to Bad Boy Records artists such as like Faith Evans and shit like that. The Locks, 112, Mace. So it's like they all know that they did their artists wrong, so they're trying to save their ass because all these artists are coming back.
Yeah.
And it's like stacking up. Like all these artists are trying to take P. Diddy to court and sue him. And hella people just like mysteriously dying so he don't have to pay him. And I'm glad that he wised up and, like you said, giving back control to the songwriters and shit. Not trying to take control just because they were signed under Bad Boy. That's like some slave ship shit. Like,
well, I mean, and then if you're a millionaire, right? Or excuse me, a billionaire, right?
And plus, publishing has increased a lot, so that's why it's like these people need their money. Like, you know what I mean?
There's more places to sell their music at this point. You know, you can put it on a commercial, you can put it on all kinds of shit these days. But if you're a billionaire, obviously you became a billionaire. You know what I'm saying? Off
By
of these
taking other
people.
niggas' money.
Right.
Shout out Trump, man.
Hey, so the least you could do, man, is, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and pay them back their money or cut them in on a little something.
Pay them their dues, you know what I'm saying? Because that shit, like you said, is going to come back to you in the end, like good karma, all that shit. Like,
all these CEOs and business
all
owners,
greedy as fuck.
Nah, I don't look at it like that. They was all young when they started. They didn't understand the full aspects of the business.
So they was probably getting played themselves.
Yeah, and the business has changed so much from how it used to be back in the day.
Sure.
Due to streaming, right? Due to online record sales, not streaming, just different
online
places.
revenue, online plays, like
YouTube.
your plays, daily plays, monthly plays, like
the business has changed so much. So it's like, I don't know if it was almost like the CEO's fault or if it was like a lack of knowledge on their part. You know what I mean? But they're lawyers and everything. They try to do the best they could to keep everybody paid. But when it comes to millions of dollars and everybody's poor, back in the early 2000s and shit, I think that a lot of people were being greedy.
And you know what? He's probably paying these people because he knows he could still get paid off of their royalties if he just throws a little money at them and shit. But yeah, man, it's a rare move for Sean Diddy Combs, but he has returned some music rights.
Do you feel like it was a good idea?
Hell yeah, like for sure. Like I would want, if I was on your label and I made hella songs for you, I would want what's rightfully mine for sure. For sure.
And I agree with that too, because you got a lot of people like Faith Evans. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of artists. What was his name? Carl Thomas.
Yeah,
that one dude. Yeah, that one singer dude. Yeah, it's a lot of people that say that basically he took their money and he ain't really cut them in. And I don't know if he did it on purpose, but it seems like it took a lot of years to correct it. So maybe P. Diddy did do it on purpose. Do you feel like Birdman at the same time? Do you feel like he did it on purpose, or you feel like he didn't know the business? Because P. Diddy, he was a little bit more advanced than everybody.
No, yeah, it's like it already happened. Like you said, he should learn from Birdman already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because Birdman just went through the same shit.
I think he did learn. That's why he's kind of paying
But I think
back.
P. Diddy did it more to more people than Birdman did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Birdman did it worse because he did it to his inner circle. You feel me? That was kind of shady.
Because they're offering him millions to sell the rights and shit. Like,
what you mean? Sell the rights to Bad Boy songs?
Yep.
Okay, but he doesn't give none of it back to his artists.
I think, unless that's why he's paying them now, so he knows that.
Yeah, because they songs was in a lot of movies and a lot of hood movies too. If you really look at,
and he had a lot of artists, like you said, Danity Kane, all them people. Like,
but I can't fault him for you know what I'm saying, being a good talent scout and getting all these people.
No,
you know what I mean?
For sure, he was good, but he just, like you said, once he got intervened with them big industry heads, like he started getting greedy and not caring about his artists and shit.
Shit crazy, man. Shout out to them, and hopefully everybody get paid, because when you do a job, man, the only thing you really want to do is fucking get paid. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
You don't want to be out here not getting paid. But you know what I want to talk about next, man? I actually want to talk about that, man, Paparazzi Poe, man. So we got Paparazzi Poe. Basically, he is Alpos' son.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And if you don't know who Alpos is, a lot of people might not know. He played in he's the character out of Paid in Full. Cameron played him, right? So, you know what I'm saying? You got Cameron.
Didn't he just pass away recently or got shot or something?
Yeah, he got killed. Basically, I think it was in a drive-by.
Yeah.
Or something like that, but he was in a truck and somebody killed him. And, you know, Alpo, you know, I mean, you have a lot of people that got a lot of different opinions about the guy.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
I got kind of mixed opinions about him too. Like,
yeah, like I know that he told, but he's a killer. But a lot of people say,
does that make it okay to tell? Like,
nah, a lot of people say when that killer shit, you could be a killer all you want, but once you tell, it knocks all that shit out the box. You know what I mean? So
because he was out here for a while, like you said, he was out there,
and nobody wasn't doing nothing to him.
So it's just a matter of time for real.
But he caught a lot of bodies. They say over 20 bodies. So I mean,
I believe it.
Probably people wasn't doing nothing to him, but basically his son Paparazzi Poe, and some people say that ain't his son, right? But basically his son Paparazzi Poe is saying that when he met Cameron, basically Cameron said, "I don't got to treat you no certain way because Alpo was your dad. You feel me? You wasn't none of that."
No, that sounds about right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to get your opinion on this. Just because a person's dad was a star or somebody big, does that mean that you need to treat them differently, like their daddy or something?
Nah, and that's so right. Like he's so correct with that because, like you said, your dad, their dad, or whoever, they came up a certain way. You came up spoiled. You didn't have to struggle for none of your shit. So for you to think you get that same entitlement, you, like you said, you lost your mind. Like all these, like you said, artists, kids, hip hop moguls, whatever. Like BMF, Little Meech, like he thinks he should get the same shit his dad gets, but nah, you ain't putting none of the work in your dad did. Yeah. You on a whole nother path, so you should just stay on that path, man, and keep that shit going. Stop trying to be like your dad, because you seen where that shit got him. Like, and a lot of these people trying to be like their dad when they ain't got it in them. Like Bootsy's son and T.I.'s son, and the list goes on.
Break it down for him, P. Hey, you know, I like that you said that. You basically broke down all the stars' kids. No, you know what I'm saying? And showed how they acted in the situation.
And they feel like they're so entitled to everything. Like,
yeah. And I feel like you're right about that. I feel like at a certain point, like you're not your daddy or your mama. You know what I'm saying? Like you got Whitney Houston's daughter that was acting like that too. You know what I'm saying? At a certain point, you're not your mama, you're not your daddy, and you trying to act like these certain type of people. Rest in peace to Whitney Houston's daughter. Rest in peace to a lot of different stars' kids. But at the end of the day, you got to make your own path. You know what I'm saying? Forge your own greatness. Don't make nobody look at you under a shadow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I was watching this podcast the other day. I think it's called, it's 2 Chainz podcast. It's called Halo and something. It's with him and his son. And he was telling his son, he's like, "Son, you think you're all that?" And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Why do I think I'm all that?" He's like, "You was at the car show. You had your shirt open. You had your chains on." And then the son was like, "Well, you do it, Dad." And the son's like, and the dad's like, "Well, you're not me." And then the son, like he said, he was just trying to tell his son, like, you're not him. But his son was acting like the star already. So it's like they grew up with a lot of entitlement, seeing how they parents act. So like you said, they're watching everything you do, man.
Yeah, and to me, you want me to tell you what's great about like football players, basketball players, and like boxers?
Yeah.
Well, let's just say sports athletes, right? They teach their kids to do what they do, so their kids have a reason to be praised.
Like Deion,
right?
Shout out Deion,
or
man.
LeBron James kids, LeBron. Or the same thing. Like they teach their kids to be great like them, so you don't gotta live off my name, you know. But it's hard for a rapper to teach their kid to be a good rapper.
Nah, and speaking of that, like, for instance, this is just what's the name just passed away. What's the name son? Wallow and Gilly's son, like you said.
Yeah.
His son had everything he wanted, but he still wanted to run to the streets and live that street life. And there's consequences to every move we make, like, and decision we make, man. So
yeah, because even though if your daddy was this certain way or that certain way, I feel like it would be dope if you showed your dad
that you better than that. Greater
yeah, like
than
he
that.
gave you a lot of. I guarantee you, they got a lot of money.
Like
for free.
they did that, so their kids wouldn't have to go through that. So I don't
exactly because. And can I get into my point right quick?
Yeah,
I want to say this to you though.
Yeah.
You know they got a lot of free money growing up as children, right?
For sure, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying, right? So like, why wouldn't you show your dad with this free money? I went to go buy a house, or I went to go buy this apartment.
Invest and shit.
Yeah, like
don't get me wrong, all their kids ain't bad. It's just like one out of the bunch.
Not all of them,
yeah,
but most like.
No.
You had a lot of their kids that even Rev Run's kid, and he was a reverend. They were starting to turn out on the bad path. Then they changed around. You know what I'm saying? But remember when they used to have the show on MTV?
Yeah.
Yeah, they after that they wanted to be little thugs because
That was
everybody
my
looked
shit.
at them like they were
Yep.
squares.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it was like, what the fuck? Like y'all need to take some of this.
And now what's his name? His daughter's with Yo Gotti and shit, married.
But I don't feel like Yo Gotti. See, but Yo Gotti is a different type of thing. So like Yo Gotti was in the streets, but he got out of it. He understands what it could bring.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I mean? So he like if you want to marry a person like that, that's cool because at least he gonna go to church. It took him a while.
But he's getting
Yo
indicted
Gotti,
and shit right now.
Yo Gotti's old though, right?
Yeah.
He's older than us.
He's like 40 something. Yeah.
40 something, right? It took him a while to say, I'm gonna go to church, I'm gonna be a better person, right? But he did it.
Nah,
So-
man, shout out Gotti because he was really set on that girl and he really stuck to it and that's what he wanted and he got it. So shout out to him, man.
But when it comes to some of these stars' kids,
Nah,
yeah, I don't feel like they should
they're misleading for sure.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that because like when I see Lil
But it's-
Bron, what's his name? What's
Bronny.
when I see Lil Bronny, right? Lil Bronny out there doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit make me smile because I don't care how many practices you give your kid and shit. Some of them just don't have it in them to be you, right?
Nah, for
and
sure.
the fact that he got out there and he really, you know what I'm saying? I want to be like my daddy. Like no. I want to be better than
my daddy for sure.
Right? That's a dope ass thing for your kids to show you, bro.
Nah,
like
facts.
And I feel like a lot of these kids, bro, a lot of them almost like they look at their daddies and they say, I want to live like my dad. Like you said, rest in peace to Gilly kid, right? No disrespect at all.
Facts.
Right? But being in the streets is not the right path.
No, like you said, even the kids in the streets who ain't got a daddy, they're looking up to these idols and they're just teaching them all this misled shit, like smoking ops and shit. Like, come on.
But wait, can I say one more thing, Pop?
Talk your shit, man.
About the daddies. It might be that Gilly showed him such bad things.
No, yeah, because he was the first kid. That's facts. Some of them see way more than the sheltered kids. That's what I'm
And
saying.
I'm glad you said that because some of them seen more.
Yeah.
So they take it in and some things you can't reverse in a child. You know what I'm saying? Once they see it, it's over.
Yeah, because
so
there's shit I seen that I can't, you know what I'm saying?
you can't reverse it
And
once
we
it
had to
happens.
grow up from that. It made us grow up faster, and it's like, damn.
Now facts and that's real shit. But I will say, yeah, man, a lot of these stars kids, man, y'all need to forge your own paths because that's how people will believe in you. You know, make your own talent. You know, be great by yourself. You don't need nobody else to like. It's like if you lived off of your big homie name all your life. That's my big homie. You know how C-Mac be doing, always saying those people's names.
Yeah, and I ain't never seen any of those people.
I ain't never seen, but it really wouldn't matter if we seen him or not. It's like you C-Mac though. What is C-Mac gonna do? You can mention your homies every once in a while, but you almost living off their name. Like you knew they was great and you not as great as them.
No, facts.
You need to try to be greater than them and also elevate them to a point where they could be on the same level as you. That's all I'm saying, Pop.
Talk highly of them, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
But still speak highly of yourself, like, for sure.
But Paparazzi Poe and all that shit about Alpo and all that shit, man, I don't feel like Paparazzi Poe should really be, you know, mad if Cameron said that, you know, he...
And you don't want the same attention your daddy got, because look what attention that got him. Like,
Yeah,
you don't want to be labeled as whatever, you know what I mean?
On my mama,
allegedly.
Forge your own path, man. That's it. Just be yourself. Be your own person.
Man,
You'll be great.
For sure.
What else you got up for us, P?
Man, we got California news. We got psychedelics one step closer to being decriminalized in California after state assembly passes bill, man. So I think,
Psychedelics?
yeah, like shrooms and ecstasy, LSD, I think. Like,
Is ecstasy man-made? I mean, it's not a...
no, it's like it's made in the lab, but for sure, it's not naturally grown. So maybe most of the natural drugs like DMT and shit.
Is ecstasy really good? Because my friend shot...
Bro, they're using it now for like PTSD patients, war patients, people with schizophrenia, ecstasy, shrooms and shit. People that are like...
No, I'm not debating shrooms. I hear you say the shrooms.
Yeah.
But the ecstasy part?
Yeah, I've been hearing they've been using ecstasy for like antidepressant and shit like that. You know, ecstasy makes you happy and shit. It's like a social drug and shit.
Yeah, and no disrespect to anyone in the drugs they use, it might be true, but my friend was off of ecstasy and he shot 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
And
like you said, some shit.
Yeah, I don't feel like
two's too many.
Yeah, and he got 50 years in prison for that shit. I don't feel like ecstasy is something that people should be just, you know, willy nilly walking around doing. You know?
But they're starting to regulate it like they do weed. I bet you they're gonna regulate shrooms too. Like you
but
can
how
only
can you
take
regulate
so
it?
much.
Like only take so much.
Just like they regulate the cannabinoids in weed and shit. Like it's only this much percent, or you can only get this high, or it's only 150 milligrams. Like remember they used to be like 1,000 milligrams, 1,500 milligrams, 2,500 milligrams. Like they're just cutting it down so you can't overdo it. Like
yeah, and I remember in my unfortunate times when I was.
But that's just like they're taking the weed away and shit.
Hey, I remember in my unfortunate times when I was in the county jail and prisons, and I used to talk to y'all on three ways.
No, for sure.
On the phone, he used to be like, "Oh, we out here on Charter Way."
I remember that too. I felt kind of bad, but I was like, I know this nigga wants to hear some of that shit. But now I remember you was telling me you didn't like hearing that shit.
Nah, but y'all used to be like, "I'm out here on Charter Way. We doing this, we doing that." And I used to be like, "Damn, the whole."
But I was off a lot of shit those days.
Yeah, the whole world off. You ever did ecstasy?
Hell yeah.
Okay. See, I didn't even know you ever did it. I
used to go to raves and shit. Yeah, do it, but like I never got addicted and shit like that. Like I would just do it to have fun.
Yeah, and I feel like people was doing crazy shit off of it. So before I even go into that, wait a minute. So I got a question for you. What does ecstasy honestly make you feel like, Pop?
I told you it's like a social drug. You want to talk to everybody. Everybody's your friend. You feel hella happy. But like you said, if you overdo it, it's gonna be over too much. Like you know what I mean? You're not gonna be able to control it.
So is it like
But it's like a it keeps you up. It's like an upper drug.
Like
so
a cocaine?
Party all night. It's like cocaine mixed with everything else. Like it's weird, crazy. Like,
he said cocaine mixed with everything else, P.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So no telling what they putting in that shit, but it's like, yeah, it's not good for you, but they're gonna start regulating it.
So when you're off ecstasy, question. So when you're off ecstasy, does it make you like lose judgment? Meaning that will you just do something stupid?
I wouldn't say lose judgment. I would just say lose.
You've been drunk before, you know, like alcohol.
Like
makes
you don't
lose
care.
judgment.
Like it don't matter to you. It's not.
That's losing judgment, Pop.
Yeah. Well,
So,
yeah.
Like you've been drunk, right?
To a certain extent. Yeah.
You've been drunk. You know, when you get drunk, you lose judgment, right? So is it like that? Like where you just
drunk, you're more like topsy turvy. This one, you're more like pumped up
and you're focused.
Yeah, but yeah. Like you said, it would make you probably do some crazy shit.
Just
if you
stupid
take
shit
too
for
much.
no reason.
Yeah, because it'll get you too pumped and you won't give a fuck what you do, like in the time.
Okay. No, I never really even experienced it like that, so it wasn't my time.
But me, I would do it to have fun. It like lightens up everything, makes you everything fun, everything like you said.
I'm kind of happy that
everything's beautiful. Like it's weird. Like,
hey, real talk, bruh. I'm kind of happy that God locked me up during them times, so I didn't have to go through that.
No, yeah, because you probably would have nutted out.
I probably would have had life.
Nah, for sure.
You know, my dumb ass.
Because there's a bunch of people, like you said, who didn't come back from taking hella ecstasy pills and shit.
And I'm on some whole other shit when we get on it. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad I was in jail. Like
no, like you're already turned. You don't need no ecstasy. For sure.
I feel it. But
it's like a party drug though, for sure. For anybody who know, no.
But them decriminalizing it and all that shit, and I feel like things like Adderall help. That's a drug still, because you know you can still.
No,
sell
a lot of these things do help. It's just that they were missed product. Like,
what do you mean?
Brought to us the wrong way. Yeah.
No, it's the thing that you.
And they're lying about weed the whole time. They're lying about shrooms the whole time. When
you do too much of it, it brings a negative stigma about the drug.
No, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, all of a sudden now it's a bad drug because fucking this dude did this stupid shit off of it, too much of it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When it could have just been regular.
That's why they're trying to regulate it and shit, but that's really gonna ruin like the black market and shit too. Like,
I don't think it's gonna ruin the black market. The prices on the black market are always gonna be cheaper because you got people that are making it illegally. So
that's what I'm saying. It's gonna ruin the black market.
Why do you feel like that?
Because it's always the big moguls and shit that try to come put their hands into the.
So wait a minute. So are you telling me that the weed store ruined the black market?
Yeah, for sure.
No, it didn't.
Because back in the days, all these people despise smoking weed. They used to hate me because I smoked weed, and I see all these people in line smoking weed now. Like,
yeah, but you're talking about the way people felt. I'm saying like
that's the same shit. Stigma, right?
No, I'm saying like kind of, but the thing is that when I go to the weed store,
I'm just saying it works, man. They trying to lie to us. Now
I know, but when I go to the weed store, I understand what you mean. But when I go to the weed store and pay that little extra tax that I didn't have to pay if I met this dude on the corner, right?
That's some greedy shit.
Right? But I feel like the black market is always going to work. I feel like because if he could go get this from Wooty Wop for this regular flat set price that ain't got hella taxes on it.
But it's always like, black market's always a fight against like the man, and you know what I'm saying, the upper class, and then they're letting them all in. So that's just defeating the whole purpose. So that just takes the whole business away. It's like we're selling out and shit.
But weed dealers these days, if you really sell weed on the black market, they nowadays kill the stores.
Nah, for sure. But it's because too many moguls put the big monies into all this shit. Like,
no, because a lot of the weed on the streets is better than the store. Be honest. Like, you pay $25, $30.
I don't know, because I get shit better than the store. Yeah.
That's what I just said, Pop. So the weed on the street, but you get it from the streets, correct? Yeah. Okay. So the people on the streets, right? They come with these fire ass fucking gushers.
Because it's not regulated.
White gushers, right? Yeah,
it's not regulated.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
Because the people that are really growing the weed know there's way more money in the streets, right? Because when I go to put it in the store, I gotta take this little bid they give me. They gonna tell me a certain bid, and I bring them a pound, right? And it might be fucking $900. When on the streets, I know I could break this down and make $1,700, right? So why the fuck ever would they fucking be like, okay, well, this is better than that? No,
they just putting up weed shops to keep the crime out the streets and shit.
And how many people really on the streets are selling the weed, and how many people are doing it? You have a lot more doers than sellers, so you have a bigger opportunity to make more money off the black market, right? Because it's not many people that's gonna pull up and say, let me get a pound. But it's a lot of people that's going to pull up and say, let me get a zip.
If everything's in stores like that, I'm saying they won't even need the black market as much.
Yes, you would.
For the fucking other.
So are you really, your argument with me right now is that the black market will get took out by a commercial store? Like a retail front?
Mm-hmm.
But think about how many weed stores
you've been to. But it would damage it.
But think about how many weed stores you've been to. This is just, I'm not trying to attack or nothing. I'm saying some real shit. Think about how many weed stores you've been to. And you ain't went back after you spent that fucking $300, and you like, nigga, I only got this, and that for $300. But then you called your plug the next time you scored, right? Why? Why didn't you go to the store every time if the store was winning?
Because I spent too much,
right? But with your plug, you know he finna pull up with the shit. And some of those packs that you opened,
cheaper than the club.
But some of those, yeah, of course. But some of those other packs that you opened at the club, they wasn't even him.
Exactly. Saw that false advertising with packages and shit.
So that's why I think that the store will never ever win against fucking street level dealers. I feel like Adderall's fucking.
But don't get me wrong. When the first cannabis clubs hit, the streets were scarce, right? They're like, sir. Damn, how are we gonna bounce back from this?
Yes, sir.
Exactly. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. But then as time went on, you know what happened?
We got our ground. I know.
No. The prices, the taxes in the counties, because the crime went up. So you have a lot of people breaking into the weed stores now. So they were like, oh, well, you guys got to pay this much more money for us to guard you, right? The police.
But what we need to do is control the wholesale. You know what
Even
I mean?
if you have an alarm system at your house and you pay for an alarm system, you still have to go to the police department at the beginning, and you have to pay the police department like $75 so they can go to your house and patrol it if your alarm goes off, right? So everyone expenses go up. And a weed store is like, okay, well, we could charge them annually or whatever. We can get our taxes from them annually or monthly, whatever. So I feel like legalizing drugs, it don't help it.
No, it says the bill claims psychedelics can monitor and help people struggling with addiction, PTSD, depression, anxiety, eating disorders, OCD. That's just.
But mushrooms. But can I say one thing? Mushrooms, though, my nigga. Hey, real shit.
What about it?
Mushrooms. They should have that in stores.
They do. That's what I'm saying. They're about to start.
And it needs that type of shit needs it, because like if you do mushrooms honestly, and you did it responsibly, when you wake up in the morning, you're gonna have new ideas, new thoughts. You gonna
monitor treatments of microdoses. Yep.
I like microdose. I like that word, microdoses. Because microdoses makes everything okay. You feel me? Sure. But of course, drugs and that type of conversation is gonna get deep, and especially about the black market, because I feel like the black market is killing the stores. You know what I'm saying? But whatever. Everybody can take it how they want to take it. Yeah. Just do drugs responsibly and don't
let us know in the comments.
Hey, man. And don't be no drug addict.
Nah, for sure.
Real talk. No matter what you do, don't be no fucking drug addict.
Let the fiends have the habit.
Facts, man. But you know what I want to talk about? I want to ask you a question, actually, Beezy.
Let's
And this
get
is
it.
this going straight off the top, P. Do you feel like 1090 Jake writing that grievance in the jail, right? Do you feel like that was snitching, putting another man's name on it? That's
what he's accusing everybody else for. Sounds about right, man. It's like what they call the pot called the kettle black or whatever.
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So that's just all that is right there. So it's like he ain't no better, man. He's right there with him. And I think that's why he was trying to snitch on everybody else, to try to get it away from his own snitching and shit like that.
That's the second incident, correct, of him snitching? The second one.
Like you said, more and more are going to come out. Like, you never know. He was locked up for how long? Like 10 years or something?
And he also snitched about the people breaking his window. Remember the little kids?
Yeah, and like, it's hard not to believe that he wasn't going through something in a Florida jail, being the only white person for sure. So he was probably in and out talking to all those guards and shit.
That's a good point, Pop.
PC'd up a couple times, like.
Nah, and to be real with you, bro, I feel like when you're in prison, like as a person that's been in all these type of situations, I feel like you never should put a man's name in nothing. Like, I don't care if we at school and we got into a fight. I don't care if we was walking down the street and somebody did something to you. Unless someone, like, you know, does one of those nasty crimes, like with those R words, you know what I'm saying, to your family members, like, but
person that deserves it coming, like,
yeah, like, you shouldn't really be talking about some shit, but you still should be trying to get on people no matter what by yourself. But I feel like you can't be, if you went to the, he explained the situation. It's like you went to the hole for 120 days, right? That's cool, right? You already got your consequence. Write it out. You don't need to tell nothing. So I didn't understand when he said, I told dude's name.
shit's deep.
Yeah, he said, I told dude's name so that I could let them know that I didn't do nothing. I didn't assault no inmate. Right? But you accuse 03 Greedo. You disrespectful motherfucker, right?
Same shit.
You accuse 03 Greedo, right, of snitching on his co-defendant when he did all those years, right? Gets out, and his whole hood's still rocking with him. But that shit was off a police report. And then
he's a real fixture. Like 1090 Jake's just like I said, internet rap.
No, but people hate on 1090 because he's white, right? Let's stop the bullshit, right? So they hate on 1090 because he's white. I mean, even if he's white, bro, all that shit, I'll say like this. You wrote that on that paper. You know?
Yeah, there ain't no way around it.
That's why I wanted to ask you your opinion. Like, if you was in jail and a nigga beat you up, he hit you in the head with a brick, right? Beezy? He said, boom, he hit you in the head with a brick in front of the police, Beezy. Okay, I'm trying to get out the hole now early because I didn't do nothing. Do I still, and on the report it says that,
if I got hit with a brick, I probably won't even remember what the fuck happened.
So you wouldn't say John Moses hit me with the brick. I would say I got hit with the brick. I'm a victim. I shouldn't be in here.
Like, I know y'all seen it. Y'all was right there. Like,
facts, bro. So you feel like that's snitching, correct?
No, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's
that ain't nothing better than, like you said, what he's accusing everybody else for. So it's like, I'm just waiting for more to come out. Like, keep them coming.
Nah, for real. That shit ain't good though, bro. I don't like the fact that
something ain't right about him. Like,
who, dude?
Jake 9010 or whatever. Yeah,
1090 Jake.
Yeah.
Do you feel like he's a cop? Because I was thinking, I don't know, a cop, but like an informant, maybe.
He might be. Like we was talking about on the last show, like gang members turned into detective type shits. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
plants or whatever, like undercovers or whatever the fuck you want to call them.
That boy segued into some real shit. Facts. We was just talking about this on the other show. Like, no, for sure. Plant him in the hood so he could take down the other people.
Like that girl I was watching last night. What's her name? Bobbi Althoff or whatever.
That's definitely
that shit's so funny, and she even admitted herself's a plant. But I think it's all, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. It keeps you, like you said, intriguing. It keeps you wanting to see what the fuck. All her, it's like her videos and shit are cringy, but they're hella funny. But it's like, is this shit for real, or are they just fucking with us this whole time? Like,
nah, she's a plant, like you said. I mean, you know that. I know that.
And the way she's so awkward and shit, like.
No, that's a acting class. You know, people go to acting classes to
No,
act
she's
like that
probably
all
really
the time.
like that though. She looks like.
Do you feel like that?
She looks like a little goofy.
Because
white
I seen
girl.
her on Instagram with her kids and all that
Yeah,
shit.
I seen that shit too.
Yeah, she was regular. She was
Yeah,
she
that's
didn't
what
act
I'm
like
saying.
that. So it's more like
It
when
looks
they-
like she just does it like she's just goofy
Facts.
naturally. Like,
No, she
I
goes.
think
They
so.
go to those little classes, bro, and they learn how to. I forgot what the fucking the term of humor that it's called, but it's like where you're just like you're funny but you're quiet with it.
Nah, like the awkward one. For
Yeah,
sure.
the awkward funny nigga though, but he's quiet.
awkward
but
funny
he's,
shit like Marco does for sure.
exactly.
Funny Marco.
Yeah, same thing. I'm glad you said
That's
that.
why I'm
bro.
glad they
I
was on
lost.
the. Yeah, I'm glad they was on the same show because that shit was so funny, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out both of them, man.
It's like that awkward funny shit, like he ain't funny but he funny type of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And these industry type of plants, they're put in place, bro. To be honest,
to control narrative and shit.
yes, sir. And then you see how Drake's thing got deleted. Once Drake did one with her, they deleted her. They deleted Drake's off of there. But the thing about Drake,
Why?
you want? Let me tell you why. Why I think
Mm-hmm.
Drake found out something that he didn't want to find out. He found out that Bobbi Althoff is what you just said. You know, and he has a lot of more
But
money.
they've been admitted it that she's a plant. Like they're all saying, "I'm the first plant. I'm the." You know what I mean? Like
No, but they're trying to use that
they're trying
stale,
to troll us
stale
and shit.
comedy.
Yeah, trying to troll you on and shit.
And I say stale comedy because it's like
That's
quiet,
exactly
old-
what that is.
Yeah, like stale ass.
Stale ass cracker comedy for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. So I feel like that kind of comedy, like they're just trying to use that to troll you, but that's not what they're really trying to say. They're just trying to use that as comedy. I think that Drake, when he did the thing with her in the bed, I feel like he almost like found out who that person was because it was almost
Unless her baby daddy was tripping about it.
and he
so.
was very attracted to her. If you watch the interview,
I haven't. That's the one I haven't seen.
because they took it down. But I seen it as soon as it came out. I seen it. But he's very attracted. He like I watched the whole thing. He
I
seemed.
think I seen clips though.
He
For
seen.
sure.
I seen the whole episode, bro. He was very attracted to her. Like he sat in the bed with her. He almost felt like, well, what are you doing after this? Like like he gave that vibe to where this wasn't it for us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like
That's how Drake is for sure.
like he's a pervert.
Yeah, he's trying to fuck every girl for real.
Yeah, he is. He is. But with her, I feel like he almost believed of her. What do you call that? Not of her. He believed in her naiveness, like just because you're Drake.
Innocent and shit.
No, like because she looked at Drake. If you watch the interview, bro, she looked at him like, you're nobody. Fuck it. Let's say the real words.
That's how she
I was
talks to
trying to go
everybody.
around
though.
the shit.
That's
Yeah.
how she talks to everybody.
Yeah, like Drake. Okay, you're Drake, but you're not. But Drake is the biggest You know, if any other girl was sitting there interviewing Drake, should have been all on his dick, right? But that girl was acting like you're fucking nobody. You know, so that kind of like bothered him, bro. I seen it in his fucking face.
But there's some interviews where she grills motherfuckers. Like
She's more funny. She more asks for money.
she's pushing people's butt. No, where she grills them, like pulling shit out, she, like talking shit about them.
She segues off of your sentence though. She's very
Yeah.
smart. It's like psychology. It's almost like she went to a psychology / acting class because she segues off of what you say to determine her next sentence.
Yeah, that's
You know what I
fucking
mean?
Crazy. I don't even know where they found this girl at.
I don't know, but some people are like that. You got Seinfeld, right?
Seinfeld's funny too, though.
But he's not like loud and funny. He's like quietly deep ass joke funny. Almost like my nigga Yusuf. Free my nigga Yusuf. He almost like that nigga. Like them dark. If you ain't smart, you don't even know what he's talking about. So you're not even gonna think it's a disrespectful ass comment. Right? It's like it's smart. And it's smart to put people in place like this because Bobbi Althoff, she changed the whole narrative of what interviews are. People thought
she
that
just copied Funny Marco, and she's a white girl, so people like it.
No. She did it a little bit before him. No, stop it.
I seen him before I seen her.
But she was always trying to do her little stupid interviews, but she was interviewing those. See, I went deep into this already, Pop. She was trying to interview those little surf people at the beach because she was rich. Whoever her daddy is, like you said,
Laguna
she a
Beach.
plant. Yeah. She was already interviewing.
Oh yeah,
the
her
surfers.
dad worked on Snoop's
and you
closet.
know he
or
didn't
something.
work on the closet. He was probably the producer. You know what I'm saying? Or
No,
somebody
he probably
hella
did.
Yeah, something hella
That
deep,
sounds
bro.
about right.
He wasn't no fucking construction
Bro,
worker.
she lives in Laguna Beach. He's probably a contractor and shit. They probably called him for a job. And
You
just
think so?
Happened to be Snoop Dogg's house.
You feel like that?
Hell yeah.
No, I'm being honest.
They're in
though.
L.A. Laguna Beach. They're all by each other for sure.
Okay, when I seen
Like you said, she's not too far from just walk into the damn industry for sure. Like you said.
And my personal opinion is that she mentioned her dad like 3 times in interviews, and it threw me off. Right, I watched every single one. The Lil Yachty one,
Yeah.
The Steve, the Dallas Mavericks,
Yeah.
coach, the Drake one. I watched all of them. The Funny Marco one, right before they all got anybody started even because it was weird. It got thrown in my algorithm, but her really. It seemed like she always been rich. It almost seemed like she had this Laguna Beach. I don't have to do nothing ass life, right? Vibe to her.
The way she talks to people.
Yeah, and you know what threw me off is that I said somebody gotta be fucking this girl's daddy, like putting her on Front Street, letting her be something that, you know what I'm saying, that she wanted to be all her life. Like, I want to go interview Drake. I want to go interview this person. Okay, and I thought about it and I said, you know what? She probably one of these record label fucking owners' daughters. That's all it is. Something like that. You don't really know. Nieces.
Shout out her though, man.
Nah, but you got people like this that's taking over the culture. What the fuck you mean shout out her?
That's what I'm saying.
It's kind of good, bro.
Wherever they did, whatever they planted her, wherever they found her.
But it's kind of good, but it's kind of not cool because you got people like Adam 22 doing the same thing, taking over black culture. And why you got to interview?
And why she, like you said, all she got is black people on.
No, she did the fucking Dallas Mavericks owner.
Yeah, but that ain't.
But the reason why she did that is because they said she had all black people, like you just said. You feel me? That was hella comments, and they took those comments off, bro. I'm hella deep into it, so I was like, "What the fuck is going on here, bro?" Like,
yeah.
Almost like
it's mysterious, like you said,
on some weirdo ass shit. What else you got up for us?
Yeah,
next,
man. But we're gonna keep it in the West Coast, man. We got California City bans COVID-19 mask mandates, and said it's freedom over here. So in Huntington Beach, man, the city council has banned masking for COVID-19 and vaccine mandates.
Yeah, you should ban it. Stop
and a couple cities are following behind it, man. So I'm glad we starting to stand up for our rights and shit, man.
Yeah, because you know, they created it, and once I seen that Fresno thing about the,
but is it a good decision? Because I heard that they're trying to come out with a whole another sickness that's worse than COVID and shit. So now they're telling us not to wear masks, and they're probably just gonna be spraying shit into the air again, allegedly, and all this other shit. Like,
it's probably the smartest thing for you to do is to try to get as rich as you can, and go get you some land in Idaho, and live in, you know what I'm saying, and have your own shit by yourself. So you don't got to worry about things like this. Because I was watching this old dude, right? He like 87. He live in the forest. But he got a dope-ass setup, bro. He got TVs, but solar. Like, it's a dope-ass setup, bro. But a solar panel runs everything. You know what I'm saying? A nigga had lights at night. Excuse me. I'm saying the wrong shit. I said nights at light, whatever.
Tongue twister, man.
Yeah, lights at night, nigga. He had his whole kitchen was lit up. He had dope ass shit, bro, but the solar panels was all running it. So I think to myself, like, nah, hell nah. Move out of this fucking place. Like, if you can get rich, get the fuck out of here, because they want everybody to be homeless. You see the fucking shit.
You see how the streets is going, man. You see how it's looking out here everywhere you go, not just Stockton and shit. I see that shit everywhere.
And 15 years ago, they said they wanted to get rid of the middle class, right?
Oh, so they're trying hard.
But I thought it was bullshit. And then when my mama lost her house, I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah,
my mama work hard every day. My mama
everybody lost their house.
Hey, she wake up in the morning at 4 o'clock to go to work at 6 o'clock.
Facts.
So if y'all fucking her out of her house, something ain't right, bro.
My mama got 3 jobs and shit, like.
Right? So I was like, man, something ain't going right, bro, out here. And then when they really did it, like, middle class is gone. You only have a rich and a poor, right? And then, like, out here, bro, it's like either you surviving or you struggling. And even if you have a house, I'm not saying you're rich.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? You still poor, because you got to buy eggs. You got to buy fucking food for the house. You got to pay the rent that they just put up to $1,900, $2,000. It's ugly out here, bro. I don't. You know what? I don't like that shit, bro. Like,
nah, you can see it. It's getting worse and worse for sure.
And I don't like the fact that the government covers this type of shit up, bro. Like, they always want us to be fighting over dumbass shit, bro. And they plant these people in our community, like we was talking about the broad. They plant these people in our community to create a different narrative, bro.
And overthrow the agenda and the narrative and shit.
And they go fuck off the poor people's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
They say, go watch Drake and the lady sitting on the couch, and don't worry about what we doing. Really, to y'all, like, half y'all town in tents. For
sure. Tents pulling up in their car to their tent. It's like sad as fuck to see.
Shit deep, bro. That shit.
Yeah, man. My condolences to everybody struggling right now, man. We gonna keep praying, keep this shit going for real.
Man, I just don't like that shit. I swear to God, bro. I hate the fact that they be doing shit like that.
And they ain't even trying to hide it. Like, it's clear, like, what they're trying to do, man. They trying to take people out, white people out.
Everybody.
The population.
I'm not trying to say any race. I'm trying to say they trying to take
everybody. Facts.
Yeah, they on some whole other weirdo shit. Like, I'm trying to take out this person, that person, this person, whatever, so we could just take over all the land and be rich, and they could be
just like shout out Ice Cube, man. He said all those COVID and all that shit. Those are all like trials and shit.
Hey, Pop, was that
SARS? All that was trial.
You know that movie Waterworld?
Oh yeah, that's a horror movie too.
Ain't that the same kind of principle? Like the rich people had everything and the poor people didn't.
Yeah. That's the same. That's the way they put in all the movies. Like in
Book of Eli too, huh?
Yeah, and in real life, like out there in Jamaica and Africa and shit, all there is like a tin fence to separate the higher class from the, you know what I'm saying, the shanty towns and shit. Right on the other side, like it's separated. Like there's like all white beach and shit in Africa. That's what it's like. It's just sad to see, man.
Yeah, that ain't cool,
like,
bro.
They just looking at their neighbors struggle every day and die while they're sitting there, you know what I'm saying, in their pools and shit. Like, I mean, whatever, like not their pools, but their big ass lands and houses and shit out there.
Yeah, I seen people in Africa living great. I was tripping, like, what the fuck is going on? I thought they was poor in Africa. Then I see all these new condos getting built, because I watch a lot of...
No, because they're starting to put money into it now. I just read that too.
Yeah,
You're right.
Yeah.
They're starting to put money and invest in, like you said, and they said if everybody invests into Africa, Africa will be a thriving country again. Like,
yeah. Because I watch a lot of houses for some reason. Like, I want to know like where the real estate is cheap at.
Nah, for sure.
But you know that nigga, I want to actually bounce into that dude from the 70s show.
Oh, yeah, I forgot
Danny Masterson. So,
yeah.
Danny Masterson, bro, he was on that 70s show. And, you know, for 2 decades, basically these girls, these two females had kept the shit under the wraps that he had R'd them. You know, and everybody know what art is. So basically, he did that to him, and he got 30 years today. He got sentenced to 30 years. He'd been going to court for a while, and he got sentenced to 30 years. And I want to get your opinion on this. Do you feel like stars and shit like that, they get shit like that thrown under the rug?
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of stars going down for like sexual assaults and sexual misconducts and shit. So there's probably a lot more out there that haven't been, you know what I mean? That people just have been scared to come forward and shit. Unconsensual, like a bunch of crazy shit like that. Like, but I've been seeing it's getting way too frequent in the industry. They're pulling a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the veil back on that shit. So a lot of that shit's getting aired out, like human trafficking, all types of crazy shit like that. So I believe it.
Nah, I just wanted to bring it up because the thing that threw me off is that a lot of these stars, Bill Cosby's, everything, like.
And just because they're, like, my bad, just because they're stars, they think they could take advantage of people and they have the upper hand of people.
And I was going to say the same thing that you,
bad, P.
Basically, I feel like they just feel like because they stars, they got that upper power where they could just get a girl at home. And if she says no, you still could take it from her. And it's like, hey, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Calm down.
Not even that. Like you said, Bill Cosby drugging him and shit. Like,
yeah, well, that was even deeper. He knew he was older than him. So he was like, man, I'm going to outsmart the female. And
it'd be like.
And that was weirdo shit.
And they said it'd be the stars that be in our face every day. Like, they be on that weird shit.
But I don't know. I just wanted to ask you because I feel like a lot of the stars feel like they could just do shit like that to females.
No, you're right. And they do.
That's weird shit, bro.
They do. Like you said. Was Bill Gates. He got some money. He thinks he's God. He's trying to play God and shit. Like, you know what I mean? You see it?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, this money be misleading everybody. That's what I'm saying.
You know what? And I looked into Donald Trump. Now that you say money, Donald Trump, I feel like he's starting to try to play God, and I feel like he's starting to go beside himself. Yeah, Elon Musk too. They starting to get a little bit out of hand with it.
Talking about AIs, they're trying to plant AIs everywhere and shit.
They're doing it though.
No, I know.
Yeah,
just have all these robots working for them and shit for sure. That's like some sick Hitler shit. Like.
Yeah, they're starting to get out of control. But I was watching and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, this shit is really true. Like, these people are sick, but that's what the fuck they got going. So I can't really hate because I ain't got enough money to go against them.
The more and more I hear about these, like, presidents and shit, the the less and less I want to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I used to think Donald Trump was the best. Now I see
Exactly.
Sheesh.
I'm straying away from all that right now.
I don't even fucking care about who the president, because that shit don't even matter. Like who runs the world is the CIA and the FBI and the ATF. Because
lower class like us and middle class, whatever, we're always gonna get fucked. Like,
and them three-letter boys, the ones that you give the badges to, and late at night, at 2 o'clock and 1 o'clock in the morning, that's doing all the little sneaky snake shit. That's who runs the world.
Speaking of, you didn't see that police officer who got caught on video camera, like with the hooker and shit.
Hooker in the car. Yeah, black girl already knew you was gonna go with it. He was in the car with her for 30 to 45 minutes in the back
they
seat.
caught him like hella different times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, and the wife got on Twitter or whatever and started going off like.
But that's dude's fault, because that's a tender dick dude, right? So that's kind of like his fault. Like you wanted to get in the car with a hooker, right? Tender dick and sit here and fuck with this bitch instead of doing your job, right? Or instead of just like, hey nigga, like fuck this, like it's weird shit. Like I don't need to worry about no hooker, right?
No.
That's why I said fuck this bitch, right? Because I didn't want to say that. I didn't want to be disrespectful, but bro, you a cop.
Was she a hooker? I don't even know if she was.
It doesn't matter who she was, right?
That's what it looked like.
Like you a cop. Like when it comes to the world, we need status.
Out of pocket for sure.
We need status. Like, and when you're a cop, you already got the status. You got your little family at home, right? Keep it like that, P.
Like I
you
said,
don't need to
man,
be fucking no hookers
nowadays,
in the backseat.
Your fate is televised, man.
And if you too weak to control your female because you at home and you mad at this female because she doing this and she doing that, and you not happy, say something.
Me a hooker. Yeah.
No. Speak up, because a lot of people don't speak up. A lot of guys is with these girls and they hate the things that the girl does. And they want more.
That's facts, though. That's facts.
Yeah, they want more out of the female. They're like, oh, well, I wish she did this. Well, speak up, bro.
Communication is key, man.
And the girl might call you an asshole.
Facts.
She might be like, yeah, I ain't saying this and that about me. But the thing is that, hey, I'm telling you the truth.
You're speaking your mind. Facts.
Unless you want me to go fuck with Utu out and Utu, I'm speaking the truth to you. Like, I want you to be like this. I don't want nobody else.
Getting that shit off your chest. For
Facts.
Sure.
Do this, do that, P. Shit be crazy, man.
So we gonna get into the big-headed jackass of the day, man.
Shit, who we got, P?
Man, so we got right here, Delta Airlines. Apparent diarrhea incident forces Delta Airlines flight to Barcelona to turn back because the dude had diarrhea all the way down the aisle of the whole plane, man. And I seen pictures, man. And
dude had diarrhea on the plane.
And it was sanitary, like a hazard, so they had to land the plane, turn around, everybody had to sit on the plane and smell that all the way back. Like,
I can't call dude a jackass though.
Yeah, man, I could.
Why?
Cause what the fuck? You should have went straight to the damn toilet.
I'm saying I ain't never ever shitted on myself in front of everybody on some stupid shit. But I'm saying like, what if he didn't ate some bad food at Taco Bell and he came over there and like, nigga and if someone was in the bathroom, like that's
smarter, not harder, man.
But that's pure circumstance.
No, like you said, shit happens. Facts.
Shit happens. So I don't want to call dude the jackass. Maybe I can call the airline.
That's what I'm saying. They were the
because they should have had more.
They should have some Pepto-Bismol.
No, some more bathrooms available for peers.
Man, something for sure, bag or something.
It's a certain amount of bathrooms you got to have towards a certain amount of passengers. Nigga, like don't do that to Pop because he could have got on y'all plane in this nasty ass airport and had some nasty ass Jack in the Box or some Taco Bell made by some nasty ass ghetto ass workers, nigga, not even washing their hands, fucking his stomach up, and he get on the plane thinking everything.
But a lot of people be afraid to go to the bathroom on the planes and shit.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom on the plane, but the thing is that my stomach shouldn't even be fucked up. Like my stomach, like a regular person should only shit in the morning time. You know what I'm saying? Maybe once at night if you eat too much. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
So I shouldn't be on the plane wanting to shit, nigga, unless your ass then gave me some boosty ass food, bro.
Nah, for real. And he probably ate into some airport food or some shit. But yeah, man, a Delta airline flight headed to Barcelona, Spain on Friday was forced to turn around after a passenger had medical issue that created an apparent biohazard, man.
Yeah, that ain't boo. Hey, but dude should have been like, hey, get out the bathroom, you feel me? Like whoever's in the bathroom, you feel me? Or they should have gave him a bag, send him to a little back room right quick so he could have did his little thing. I feel like when people be like disrespectful towards people's health, because a lot of times like you don't know what's finna happen, right? And like I said, if somebody
shit happens.
That's what I'm saying, nigga. And if you give somebody some badass food, nigga, and then they stomach start fucking up. That's y'all. It's like it's fuck, nigga. We human beings. You feel me? So it's like,
man.
I mean, but I feel like the airline is boosty for that shit. You feel me? Dude had to take a shit.
Nah, that's facts. Cause they probably only got like how many bathrooms? 1 or 2 bathrooms at the most,
facts, bro.
So like, they need at least 4 bathrooms for
Increase the bathroom amounts instead of having fucking 800 passengers on this motherfucking.
Or make sure all your passengers use the bathroom before they get on, so shit something don't happen like that.
Something like that. But y'all can also convert a couple more bathrooms in there because you never know what people go through. Like I said, I ain't never shitted on myself or no shit like this, but I'll say like this, like you never know. I didn't went to restaurants though, right? And fortunate for me, they had a bathroom in there where I ate the food.
Yeah, for sure.
And then my stomach, whoa, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck y'all serving in here? You feel me? Like, this shit is
like
disgusting.
you said, sometimes you can't even control that shit.
Hell no. Like, what the y'all niggas either didn't like me and put some laxatives in this shit, or this is just real nasty.
But the shit that I seen, no pun intended, was bad, bro. Like, it was bad. The video.
No, I understand what you mean, but you never know what blood went through, and it's the airline's fault for not really accommodating. Actually, the fact that I want to be a lawyer. I would sue the airline for that because they should have been able to accommodate that passenger's bathroom because like there has to be a certain amount of bathrooms per passenger, and I understand that they probably have that down, but maybe they need to
they probably tell you they probably tell you on the sign in there somewhere like use the bathroom before you get in this.
They probably do, but also like per 100 passengers there needs to be 8 bathrooms.
How you gonna on a plane?
Something like that.
And that's like how many people on a plane? 200, 100?
But how much money do they make off that? That's not bull.
Nah, for sure. Big ass can of sardines.
Fuck out of there. They making the money, but they ain't having
that boys having bubble guts.
And then you have a person get embarrassed, and this life is about an embarrassment. And he shit on himself. That's his own fault, right? But I'm not trying to even say blood, right? But I'm saying like you have a person that get embarrassed, like, oh, I shit on myself because there wasn't no bathroom available. Because if there was a bathroom available, he would have never shit on himself. Come on, be real. You think he would have just shit on himself sitting? Like, I'm just sitting here and shit on myself. Nigga, so I understand what you mean, but it's the airline.
Maybe, probably, you know what I'm saying?
They be, and you know what I don't like is when you got all these people on these airlines that especially like the flight attendants, they complain on these people and they make so much money.
No, they do.
Yeah, and they pack all these, but like, let me get into what I'm about to say.
They pack them all in there.
Like sardines.
Yep, expect them to be comfortable and shit.
And then there's only like 6 bathrooms, and I knew the law before I even started talking about this. So why don't they have 12 instead of 8? Right? Because you have
There's
all these
6
people.
bathrooms on the plane?
Yeah.
Damn.
Front, mid, and the back.
So there ain't no reason he should not have got into the bathroom.
Why do you say that though? Because
unless there's 6 people.
One's a boy and girl, one's a boy and girl, one's a boy and girl. So there's only 3 available for men. Damn. First class, I've never been in first class, so maybe they got more. But I'm just being honest.
Damn.
I seen it, Art.
Well, shout out to him, man. Delta Airlines, you the jackass of the day for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Letting that shit happen.
Yeah, and I seen the whole little layout of airplanes, first class. Like, I'm trying to be rich one day. You know? I'm trying to take this shit to another level. So, nigga, I already researched all these topics. Like, I hate airplanes. Jesus Christ. I don't ever want to.
I think I've been on an airplane like only like once, maybe twice, once.
Yeah, and if somebody ever put me on an airplane, it was against my will. You know what I'm saying? I probably blacked out and didn't even ever see it in life. Because I don't ever want to be on the airplane, but y'all should change the FAA regulations. Because
they need to change a lot of things because a lot of shit's outdated.
Well, because I see a lot of people get into it on airplanes, and the FAA people always win. Like the police, they always win.
These 2-story.
I seen people get stole on by the flight attendants.
Oh no, for
and they still get kicked off the plane.
No, for sure.
So I'm not finna sit here and hold my tongue. They be doing some gay shit to them, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. That shit ain't cool, bro. So
they be making these 2-story, 3-story boats and shit. I know they can make some 2-story planes and shit.
Yeah, make it to where that shit's, you know what I'm saying, a different way. But I don't ever want to get on the airplane because the way they treat people, you feel me? I said I seen it myself, yeah, nigga, because I didn't watch YouTube video after YouTube video. Yeah. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I didn't see all this shit, nigga. I'm interested in it, but I be wanting to know like why is it going wrong on an airplane or a cruise ship? Why is it always y'all miss a couple passengers off a cruise ship? What the fuck is going on? I never ever seen people miss passengers. Like what the fuck? Like the other dude, there's another dude missing right now off a cruise ship 4 hours ago. Like what the fuck is going on? Y'all don't have cameras all around to see if he fell off or not. Like what the fuck? Like y'all should have already figured that part out.
Damn,
that's weird.
And sometimes they be stopping in like other, you know what I mean? countries and shit and getting off. So you never know if he even got back on or got kidnapped or whatever. There's pirates out there kidnapping people, human traffic, all that shit.
Yeah, but the last thing I want to talk about actually is the prison breakouts. So there's a lot of prison breakouts right now, right? So basically, what's the dude's name? Because I don't want to be disrespectful to nobody, but he a killer anyway. But Danielo Calavante broke out of the Pennsylvania prison, right? And then a couple months before that, Igor Bolt broke out a couple months before that, like I said, and he basically took the same path. So people are saying that the CIA are basically setting up prison escapes for inmates so that they could build more prisons in California and all around the world. And I want to get your opinion of that.
Nah, that sounds about right. Like they're gonna set up some shit, yeah. So the more prisoners they lose, the more money they get, the more funding, you know what I'm saying, they get. Oh, we can't let this happen again. So they're gonna reinforce them prisons. And you know who runs these prisons? All the top like record execs and shit.
Yeah,
like
I heard that too.
That shit's crazy, bro.
Yeah, a lot of the top record execs run this shit anyway, so they want,
they're buying more prisons and shit.
Mm-hmm. But it was just crazy to me because
it's like a whole full circle. Fool, that shit's crazy. We make the music to drive the people, you know what I'm saying, to killing each other, and then they go right where we need them to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I've seen a rise in prison breakouts lately, and it's kind of been
like you said, even in the UK, like people are breaking out of these historic prisons. Like how, like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Shit don't make sense.
Nah, facts. But I just want to bring that up. But people are saying the CIA did it, but
shit's deep, bro. They've been up to some shit for sure.
Yeah, so everybody look into it. Want to bring light to situations, but that's the end of this, man. Hey, it's your boy Big Gotti. Thank you for rocking with us on another one.
Facts. It's your boy BZ Mac and the Handicap Assassin. Don't forget to like and subscribe, man.
Hell yeah. And until the next one, y'all stay safe out there, man.
Let's get it.